I always recommend the library. You go to the local library, you find all the greatest like classic books
Yeah.
of magic. Mark Wilson's complete course, like that's like one of the Bibles to magic.
Yeah.
And I still go back to that, you know.
Yeah, that's a massive book. It's got loads of stuff in it. And Joshua Jay's one as well. Joshua
Joshua Tree, yeah,
Jay's
that's another, yeah, great one. Actually,
really good.
I had a little student once, and he picked up that book, and he was just so happy to have Joshua Jay's. He's like, just
Yeah.
make it more fun. I tried because he picked up, I think it was actually probably Mark Wilson's book, and he thought it was just too boring for him. I guess you know people like the pictures. You know, everyone's different learners. Some are visual, some
Yeah.
are more you got to listen. Like you said, you had to have your sister read it out to you. So that's you got to find what works out for you. You know, a lot of people kind of follow other people, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna do it this way, and then you realize it just doesn't suit you. It doesn't help you in your learning process.
I, yeah, for years I tried to like be like Lance Burton, like, and then David Blaine, like you try to be all these other magicians, and finally you come
Right.
to like, you know,
And I think in the beginning you have to, you gotta, because you don't know where to start. Like, how do I become my own self and magician? And so you're gonna be first latching on to like David Blaine, Copperfield, Lance Burton, even Chris Angel, whatever, and you're gonna be having all these different characters, and you see that in
yeah,
the magic community too. And then eventually you're gonna guard all that, and you're gonna kind of find your way. And that's kind of funny. I had a question for you. Like, how do you find what suits you? Like, how did you find what suits you the best?
yeah. So that's been a tough thing. So like, it wasn't until I got like become an adult, so until I was like maybe 18, I found like before that I was buying everything that I saw that I thought was cool. So I'd see a trick, be like, that was really good. I'll do that one then because that was good. But that's not the key. Like once I turned 18, I started to realize that you could appreciate a trick and not have to perform it yourself. You'd be like, oh, that's a really cool trick, but it doesn't fit me, so I'm not going to do it.
All
So
right.
yeah, that's a thing to learn. And I think it's just experimentation, so finding what you enjoy most. So I'm quite a selfish performer, so I only really perform magic that I enjoy performing. So that's what I tend to go for. So like performing like sleight of hand, coins, cards, stuff that's like almost like manipulation sort of based. And that's what I find fun. So that's what my audience find fun because I'm having a good time. So they are. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, you got to experiment, have fun, see what works, and just play around. You know, it's a big playground, and you got to try this or that. And like, even for me, I'll try to maybe sometimes separate myself. I try to figure out like, who am I? What would I do? And sometimes
yeah,
you just don't know. So you just like, okay, well, I'm gonna try that and see if that sticks to me or if it feels right to me. And if it doesn't, it just doesn't. Like for me, like Rubik's Cube doesn't really stick to me, but I could appreciate it. I love watching like my friends just blow my mind. I'm like, I don't want to know the magic because I'm never gonna do that. So it's good
yeah.
to set like limitations too, but never like stop experimenting. Yeah.
No, yeah, definitely. And like looking to like bring your other passion into what you're doing. So like look into photography and drawing, design, or BMX and skateboarding, anything like that that you could
Yeah.
draw inspiration from. Really good. Yeah.
And how about the contact juggling? I know you have a lot of cool stuff with contact juggling. Was that after magic?
So that was after I started magic, but it kind of had influenced me before. So when I was younger, I used to watch a film called Labyrinth with
Oh yeah.
David Bowie. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I watched
Love it.
that. And I watched that through my childhood. And when I was a child, I assumed it was like a special effect or CGI. So I thought it was
Right.
real. And I kind of forgot about the film. I completely forgot about Labyrinth. And like it was just like a memory in my head. I didn't know what film it was. And suddenly it was on TV one night and everything just came flooding back to me when I was around about 15. Like all the memories of watching it and all the like the crystal balls and stuff. So I watched the behind the scenes of it, which was on after. And I found out it was a real thing. Michael Motion standing behind David Bowie. And they said it was contact drilling. So from there, I found a book called Contact Drilling Online, ordered that, and then went from there.
Wow.
Yeah,
I found when I picked up contact juggling once when I was doing magic, and I was right in the beginning phase of magic, and I thought it was one of those things like, oh, it just will work on itself without the practice, right? Like how a lot of people get into magic and they realize, oh, you just buy it and then it works for you. Like, no, you got to put
yeah,
it to work. So I remember like,
yeah,
playing with it. I'm just like, holy man. And I just gave it up because it was right in the beginning phase of magic and like juggling and contact juggling. I'm like, okay, which one do I want to focus on? And I just focused more on magic. But I have such a huge appreciation for all sorts of juggling, whether it's juggling
yeah,
balls, juggling the contact ball, and then also you've been playing some really creative ideas. I saw you do it with the wine glass, and that's super
yeah.
cool.